Money is on everyone's mind right now, whether it is inflation, spending. Taxes are coming, by the way, as well. So we're going to talk about that. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of every penny right now. Let's bring in consumer marketing strategist Lisa Miller back with us tonight to crunch these numbers. Lisa, you've been asking Americans, how you doing? Turns out the number of people living paycheck to paycheck, no room for error, that's way up.
Yes, and it is one of those things, Chances. That was one of the things that stood out the most to me, actually, in this January survey, and the fact that 43% of Americans are telling us there is no margin for error and they are living paycheck to paycheck. That in and of itself is high, but what's really very unfortunate is that number's up 10 points since October. So there are a lot of Americans out there that are just very much struggling.
Absolutely, 43% and up 10%. Okay, and then I'm thinking of the other part of America, because most of us are price sensitive. Even if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people are now telling you, I can't go out nearly as much as I'd like to.
Right. And, with the inflation soaring, we all feel it. When we go out, we see the prices up, at restaurants, at retail shops. And basically 60% of Americans today are basically saying, I have to pull back my behavior because it's just too expensive. And that's up 6 points from December. And what that basically means is, while people want to get back out, we're all tired of Omicron and, COVID. It's just too expensive right now, and that's going to hurt the economy, especially as we move forward into Q2.
And usually the light at the end of the tunnel, I don't know about you, but in my family it was always like, okay, let's wait till we get our big tax return. The big fat check's going to come all at once. We can buy the computer we've been putting off or the phone or whatever, but it's going to be slimmer for a lot of people this year for their returns.
Right. And I think people, I don't know that businesses are really connecting this dot, Chance. There's a lot of discussion about all of the stimulus and then it's rolling off. But what's happening is, like right now, 35 million families are basically not going to get as big of a tax refund because they got it last year. And so it is going to be looking us straight in the eye that people are going to have less money in their pockets and they're not going to be getting those tax refunds. And that's going to be hard overlap for year-over-year comp sales for a lot of businesses.
I'm sorry, you said 35 million Americans aren't going to get as big of a return?
I did. 35 million households across the country. And those are all the families, that have children under 18 years old.
The ones who need it. They're like, can I afford to get you a Happy Meal? Can I afford to buy the new school clothes? Absolutely. So with less money, with more inflation, we got to make some hard choices where and how to spend our money. So businesses must be aware of that.
Right. Well, like I said, I think people understand it at this high level, but, the saying it's perfectly predictable. There is this new kind of perfect storm brewing right now. And what's happening is businesses are taking more price increases. And so price increases are going up and the money in people's pocket is going down. And that is not a good recipe for success. And you overlap that Q2 a year ago was actually some very positive sales in retail, in the restaurant space. So it's going to be hard numbers to overlap in general. So it's a real watch out for businesses right now.
Those prices, yeah, it's just like, it feels like that thing at the amusement park where it spins and spins so fast you get stuck to the wall and the bottom falls out and you just want to get out of there. We cannot get unstuck. Lisa Miller, thank you for helping us get smarter right now about what's going on.
Thank you. Have a good one, Chance.